Hey, boys and girls, it's your resident JND hater. It's showtime, folks. Hey friends, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. And am I a J&D hater? I've been labeled that by J&D themselves even, and that's because I have critiqued some of their products, some of their stuff I really like, some of their stuff I do not feel like it's worth the price point. But I have had a few in hand, and I will say right off the bat here that in hand, they look a lot better than they photograph. I've also said that I feel like the artists are incredibly talented. The sculpts that they do are very well done, but I don't always feel like they translate to the silicone. I feel like at this point, silicone is kind of a novelty. I don't feel like they need it. I feel like they absolutely could just sculpt traditionally and be very successful because, again, they're talented artists for sure. But anyway, we have a brand new Margot Robbie, okay? And the original one, again, I didn't feel like it was amazing with the teeth and everything. But this new one, I was intrigued because it is a very popular scene with her dancing for Jared Leto's Joker in the Suicide Squad. And Margot Robbie is amazing. Like, she is like one of the most beautiful women in the world. She's fun. She's just a fantastic actress, right? And so I was intrigued. I was like, okay, I'm excited to see what they do with this piece. Well, we saw the tease, and my initial reaction when I saw like screen grabs, people were saying, oh, this is fantastic. Of course, me being the Batman statue collector, I'm like, I don't see Margot Robbie, especially for, a $3,500 price point. I just don't see it. And so I was very, skeptical. Well, then as the images started rolling out, like JND did a video where, and I'm going to share some of that with you guys. They did a promo video. Well, I also saw this amazing photo of her today. And my initial response was, holy crap, like this, I see Margot Robbie now. This looks really good. It still wasn't 100% perfect for me, but it was like, like 95, 96% there. I was like, okay, this looks a lot better than what I saw from a screen grab on Rogue's Gallery. And throughout the day, some of my friends actually messaged me and said, Chris, this is actually being tossed around. Everybody shared this one image thinking it was from JND. And I don't know who actually shared this, but apparently it was from a video transfer. So what you're actually seeing here is an overlay. So Margot Robbie's real photo overlaid onto the statue to show that it was similar. Okay, so I don't believe anybody was trying to bamboozle anyone necessarily, but people were taking this for gospel that this was actually what you were going to be getting in hand, and it's not. And so again, my video was going to be kind of like an apology. Like, was I wrong? Yes, I was wrong. This looks great, but that image was not legit. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is legit. It is from J&D themselves. And again, I want to give them full credit for this video. I'm just commenting on my thoughts. There's a lot that I really like about it. There's some things, of course, that I don't. Of course, the price point is always going to be subjective. J&D fanboys, for sure, love everything that they put out. But even they have some nitpicks with, especially the base. And so I want to talk about all of that with you guys and see what you guys think about it. Do you feel like the price point's fair? And especially, do you like the likeness? So I'm going to quit rambling on here on camera. Let's just get right to the photos. All right, guys. Again, this video is by J&D. I want to give them proper credit. So this is their promo video. This is their full reveal. Again, they have been teasing everyone over the last week or so that we were going to be getting a new Harley Quinn. And again, everybody loves Margot Robbie. I mean, she's fantastic. And I overall think this statue is very beautiful. A lot of silicone, obviously, very sexual, very sexy piece. Is that Harley Quinn? Is that Margot Robbie? And I think it is good. I do. I still feel like it could use some tweaking. I don't feel like it looks as good as what we just saw with that overlay. But I think it's close, and I think it does look better than their original release. So I think that they have definitely come full circle and have done a better job with this. Again, the suit, the costume, It's very beautiful. I can only imagine how intricate it is to do like a beaded costume like that. This is from a very fun scene where she is dancing for her man, and it definitely replicates that scene very well, I think. And again, from a distance especially, I think that looks pretty good. I think it was smart that they didn't do the teeth, which is a nitpick of mine, kind of that denture look on the original. There you can kind of see what I'm talking about. The teeth just seemed a little bit big, and it just altered the way her face looked. But I do think this looks more like Margot Robbie, but still not 100% perfect for me. And maybe you guys disagree with me. Maybe you don't. I would love to hear your thoughts. I mean, I'm sure some people are going to be like, it looks 100% like her. But I do think it's one of their better ones that they've done. And again, the pose is just absolutely gorgeous. It's stunning. It's definitely an attention getter for sure. It might not be for everybody because of the kind of the chained up aspect of it. But again, the artistry that goes into these, there is with no question. I mean, JND has incredible artists that work for them and that sculpt for them and do all of the digital renders and everything else. I mean, it's really cool to see the 3D printing process there with just all of the watches and the gadgets that's around her wrist. But again, I really feel like what stands out here is obviously the dress. The dress for me is the main event, and it's very iconic. And I look at that sculpt. I feel like that sculpt is very good. I once again feel like silicone for me is unnecessary. I feel like their sculpts are way better without silicone. Because again, I feel like the sculpt is there. I love these eyeball effects here. But obviously, with these, you do get the glass eyes, which are great, and the rooted hair. So there is a lot of really nice quality. Is it worth $3,500 though? Again, that's going to always be subjective. For me, that's too much. But if it was something that I absolutely fell in love with, I would maybe try to make it work. And again, I feel like from certain angles, there's more Margot Robbie there. I still do feel like it could use a little bit of tweaking just to kind of push it just to the next level. I feel like J&D is always so freaking close. But I wish that the sculpt was just done traditionally with ZBrush and, silicone, or excuse me, a resin head sculpt. But I know what they're trying to do. I know that all of their pieces are very beautifully done with the silicone. I get it. It adds a little bit of realism. Definitely looks good in person. There is some shininess to some of these, and I know that's been a nitpick. And we can see a little bit of the shine here in the video, but it's not too bad. And really the only other nitpick that I've seen is the size of the base, because it doesn't necessarily match the bases that have been released prior. It's similar, but it's definitely wider. And so, those are really the only nitpicks that I've heard from the community. But I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about it. So do I love it? I think it's good. I don't know if it's better than their original release. I do like that they didn't do the teeth. I feel like the teeth sometimes can make it feel a little bit denture-y, you know what I mean? Like it looks a little bit more wonky. But I am impressed overall with the body is incredible, the tattoos, the tailoring. I've always been super impressed with the bodies of J&D. I just always feel like I just wish that they would sculpt traditionally. I don't feel like they need to do the silicone gimmick at this point because I feel like something gets a little bit lost in translation, whether the body looks or the face looks old or droopy in some cases. But again, in hand, like I had that Mara in hand, thanks to Todd at Spec Fiction. I had the Batman in hand, and they looked really good. And so again, I just don't feel like they photographed well. So again, we're going off of video, we're going off of photos. So it's just one of those things where if you're a statue collector, some pieces photograph better than others. I just don't feel like J&D does. And so I'm going to give this piece a benefit of the doubt. Do I still feel like $3,500 is expensive for something like this? I do. But again, it's always subjective. If it's worth it to you, buy it. It's not worth it to me, so I'm not going to be buying it. And again, that's just my personal perspective. That's my personal opinion. But again, that's awesome if you buy it. That's awesome if you love it. That's what this hobby is all about. So again, I'm just offering my thoughts and opinions, but I definitely want to hear yours, and please leave them in the comments down below. Am I, completely sold on this piece? Again, I think there's a lot of good. I still feel like the portrait could be better, but again, it's a beautiful piece, but it might not be for everybody because, she's kind of chained up. And so again, might not be for everybody. I know some people were offended by that. So let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Anyway, thanks for watching me ramble on for a little while. just thank you for taking time out of your day to hang out with me and listen to what I have to say. And also, thanks for taking the time to read other people's comments as well. That's awesome. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.